Hey everyone, welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we've got something that is pretty new to you guys for sure, and I haven't tried a whole lot of this particular company's tobaccos, and we are trying today Lane HGL. Now, Lane HGL is an American English, and it contains Burley, Cavendish, Latakia, and Virginias. It says that it doesn't have any flavorings added. We'll talk about that as we go into it. It's a ribbon cut. You get it in bulk. I got mine from smokingpipes.com. It has about a moderate strength. It is a mild flavoring, and the taste is about a moderate also. So let's just jump right into this one and see what we think about this Lane HGL. By the way, it was named after Herman G. Lane, who was the president of Lane Limited at the time that this blend was made, created. Yeah, and it was his personal blend. That's what he smoked. This is what he smoked. So,
okay.
So we'll see what we got going on with that. All right, let's talk about tin note. What do you guys think?
Well,
getting a little bit of the caramel.
that's the thing. There's not supposed to be any caramel.
I mean, it's what it smells like.
That's
There's a little bit of
mine.
sweetness in there.
You smell it better in that.
Yeah, yeah, you do. You smell it much better in that.
Put that in there.
And yeah, I'm with you, Dad. I'm awfully suspicious about there not being a topping.
Yeah.
You get the Virginias, you get the Latakia, you get some of that Cavendish, that sugary sweetness from it. Not a lot of Burleys. I'm not really smelling a lot of the Burley. And, well, when we get to taste, I guess we'll do the elaboration on it being considered an American English.
I'm smelling Cavendish and Virginias more than anything, I feel like.
Yeah?
I get a little bit of the Latakia scent. It's a slightly smoky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a brown sugar in there.
I do too.
I definitely get either a vanilla or a caramel in there. It kind of has a marshmallow background to it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Burley comes through a little bit with that nuttiness. I think that maybe the brown sugar smell is also coming from the Burley in there. But I'm wondering if maybe the tobaccos that they used were lightly topped already.
Yeah.
And then as they combined all these things together, they didn't add anything at that point. So they're saying there's no topping. Yeah. But there's something in
there's something about this, and it's atypical, at least from the other Lane blends I've tried. I don't have a lot of experience with Lane, but I can taste that subtle difference that makes me go, okay, yeah, I remember that. I remember tasting this before, and that was in this tobacco. Oh, I think Lane made that.
Yeah. Of course, everybody's tried the Lane 1Q.
Yep.
I am not a fan of 1Q simply because it's just so hot when you smoke it, and it burns your tongue.
It's got a chemical taste.
Yeah. It's there's something about it that I just don't. It doesn't agree with me. This is supposedly the same thing as RLP6 with some Latakia added. So maybe they took their base tobacco RLP6 and just added Latakia to it.
Yeah.
To make this blend, but according to tobacco reviews, that's what it says. But there's just something unique about this one from all the other Lane blends that I've tried. So yeah, I'm getting a mild sweetness with that hint of that smoky campfire. The Virginias are pretty tame in here, but I do get a little bit of that grass taste in this.
So I'm real curious, and I know this is a little off topic, but Sutliff is an American company too, right? Okay.
I'm not sure But I think actually somehow, some way, Sutliff and Lane has merged together.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that in the grapevine, and that would be something I'd be interested in going to do some research on and finding out.
Yeah, because there's something awfully familiar about these flavors.
Yeah.
This tastes like an aromatic, man.
That's the thing.
Tastes like an
But
aromatic.
that's the thing that I'm getting at is like I'm noticing that your American-made blends, the tobacco tastes different.
Well, a lot of that has to depend on where those tobaccos are sourced. You know, believe it or not, although there are Virginia tobaccos that are grown in North Carolina and Virginia, much of the Virginias that people smoke actually are grown in Africa, in a bunch of the countries that the climate is
habitable.
Is good for Virginia tobaccos. Actually, I do think that Africa is the largest producer of Virginia tobaccos. So I think part of that is where those things are sourced. You know, where do they get their Virginias from? Where do they get those Latakias from? Where do they get those Burleys from? You know, things like that. So I think that has something to do with the flavor profiles that you get from common companies like Sutliff, Lane, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
What are you tasting in this one, Ian?
I'm tasting a lot of the Cavendish, I feel like. I'm getting all of the sweet notes in this.
I am too.
it's
I'm
just
getting
so-
those sweet notes. The Latakia, American English. The Latakia is there for that campfire smokiness, I think, to make the smoke thicker and more rich. But I am tasting the sweetnesses.
Yeah,
If that's a thing.
the Latakia is, and this one is used as a condiment. It's not. It's not a predominant tobacco flavor. It's just there for a little bit of a flavor.
Yeah.
You know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's different. It's very different.
Really don't like the fact that I can. It's like that. It's just like that chemical burn.
Do you have something,
Yes.
a layer of something that
Yeah.
kind of hangs on your tongue a little bit? I get that too. It's not. I don't taste it as a chemical taste, but there's a coating somewhere that's kind of covering my taste buds a little bit.
Too.
So the first 3 or 4 puffs, you get one flavor, and then as your tongue gets covered in that smoke or whatever, some of those disappear because of some kind of a layer that's going on in there.
Something.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's not offensive.
No, it's not. It's not offensive, and it's not bad. You can tell, though. There's something different about this tobacco that's reminiscent of the tobaccos that this particular company has put out, and I think the main difference is the location and the laws of each country.
Well,
what they can and can't do.
This
with
is
the
an
tobaccos.
American tobacco. So.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't there a restriction for tobaccos made overseas in Europe that it's got to be?
Well, I know that
straight tobacco.
Great Britain has laws that prevent them from using anything that's not a natural topping.
Yes, and it's the same way that they make their beers and their alcohol.
In Germany, there's a purity law.
There's purity laws all over the place with that kind of stuff. Whereas in America, I don't think we have all those kind of.
Well, the FDA,
we have restrictions.
Yeah, the FDA does regulate a little bit of what's going on with all of that, but
you can't put.
It's got to be food grade. Yeah, it's got to be food grade, whatever. Yeah.
I'm smoking Labrador.
A hint of pitbull in it.
Yeah. A hint of pitbull.
Okay, so what do you think about the room note on this one?
The room note is very pleasant to me on this one.
I like it.
The room note, the tin note, is very pleasant. I think this is a decent smoke. Yeah, gosh, that is a good smell. It's just a really good smell. It smells like an arrow. It smells like an arrow.
Yeah, I would categorize this as an aromatic English. The Latakia is present enough to give it that English hint.
Yep.
But definitely, there's some sort of topping or casing that's going on with this.
There's got to be.
There's got to be, yeah.
And they qualify this as an American English?
Yes.
Okay.
And listed in tobacco reviews, it said that there's no toppings or no flavorings added at all. So, you know, some of these companies don't disclose what they put in their tobaccos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's a secret or they just don't want to add, certain things. But there's a sweetness to this, like a sugary sweetness.
Yeah.
That's going on in there somewhere. So, all right, yeah, I agree with you on the room note. It's very pleasant. It's a nice. Doesn't linger.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's going on.
Yeah.
What do you think about the nicotine on this one?
Oh, this is very mild.
Yeah, mild.
Very, very mild.
Almost.
Yeah, this is a good. I think this is an all-day smoke when it comes down to the nicotine level, the room note, 10 note, all that stuff. You can smoke this all day.
Yeah.
How did it come? Did it come pretty dry, or did it come?
When I first got it, this has been dried out quite a bit.
Yes, I can tell.
Yeah, I've let this sit open for a while, but when it came to me, it came a little bit moist.
Okay.
And so it might require some dry time.
Okay.
For people that want to smoke this. Yeah, well, a couple of things about this is that some people categorize this as a crossover blend. Like maybe if you were going from an Arrow and wanted to go into English.
That's what I was thinking.
This might be the kind of tobacco that would get you going on that journey, you know. It burns fairly clean. It's a cool smoke. It's smooth. It's consistent flavor. Does leave a little moisture at the end of the smoke. Some say it's even goopy, but I don't get that.
I don't think it's goopy.
I don't get the goopiness at all.
No.
I think it's just...
I get that chemical taste that they're talking about. The one, that coating that makes most goopy tobaccos the way they are. I get where they would get that impression, but I don't think it is.
It's got a nice aftertaste. I like the aftertaste.
Yeah, it's not bad. This one's pretty good.
It's kind of reminiscent of some Codger blends.
Yeah, very, very reminiscent. You know, like those cherry-flavored Codger blends that you'll get.
Yeah, without having the cherry.
Yeah, without the cherry flavoring, but those are...
I could see where you know, an old-timer would get something like this and just smoke it all the time.
All the time, yep.
Because it doesn't have a heavy effect on you.
Mm-mm.
And the flavors are consistent, so you can get that all day long, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable taste. All right. Well, this comes in bulk, and we can get it for about $2.67 an ounce.
Yeah, that's pretty comparable.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
fair price.
Pretty good price for this. So, what are you smoking it out of?
Me, I am smoking it out of... Again, RNA Treasures hits the book. We've done a little modifications on this one with buying the bit with the little nice gold emblazoned gem on it, and you know
it's fancy.
It's fancy. Yeah. That's not any utility. The briar itself is just...
So instead of $3, it's what, $6?
Yeah, $6 now. Yeah. Yeah. Got a nice fancy pipe.
Yeah.
That's right.
What about you, Ian?
Same thing.
Same thing.
First one I polished, got the fancy little stem on there. Man, that's a $6 pipe right there. That's high quality. I enjoy it. I've been using the crap out of this thing since I first got it.
Yeah,
honestly,
these are
they're good briars. And you know what? It just goes to show you don't got to spend $300, $400, $500 on a pipe. You can spend less than $10 on a pipe
and be happy with it. Completely
happy
with it.
Get a pleasant smoke out of it.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, I do love some of my $300, $400 pipes. Some of those pipes are awesome.
Yeah,
they look cool. There's been time placed into them, and they smoke great.
But if you were to go fishing with this one, and it fell in the water, you'd go,
yeah,
$6.
Yeah,
that lure is more than that.
Yeah,
you know,
you'd be more upset about losing a fish to like a worm. You know.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, I'm smoking a Morgan Bones.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Sitter pipe, which actually really doesn't sit, but it's you know a kind of a snub nose.
Yeah.
And it's you know, it's a solid pipe.
They've got some cool pipes, you know, and some of the old designs that they used to have aren't there anymore. You know, so like all the Bones pipes that we did have, I didn't see them on their listing.
I don't see mine
anymore.
Well, I think, I may be wrong, but I think he gets these pipes that are already shaped and already stemmed, and then he just kind of works them a little bit and maybe sandblasts them and, you know, does whatever to them to finish them up and then sells them. He gets them from different factories. Like, who knows, he might have picked some up from a Camoy factory or, you know, some of the old St. Claude stuff, you know, from France, or maybe even some English companies, you know, and just, you know, so that's why he's able to sell these for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
I think I got this for $39.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I feel like all theirs are about that price range too.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Good pipes.
But, you know, for the money, it smokes great. I love it. Yeah, this comes out to the deer lease every time.
I feel like I need to use mine more because I've used mine. I can probably count it on both hands, and it's sitting in my bag over there.
Huh.
I really hadn't used it, but I'd like it.
Yeah.
I need to use it more.
They smoke great. All right, so what are you going to give this one?
I'm going to give this one a solid 3. I think... Yeah, I think solid 3. Pretty good.
No explanation, just a 3.
No. This is a good tobacco. I can definitely see where they would say American English, because it files under the category of English, in my opinion, on the ingredients they used alone. Its flavors are not, to me, reminiscent of an English aromatic. But American English, that's a good classification for it. I really think.
All right, Ian, what do you think?
I didn't want to do it, but this one's a 4 for me.
Oh!
I like it.
Nice.
That one falls into everyday smoke for me. I'd get my buddies to try it. I enjoy it. I genuinely think that one's straight up 4 for me. I can't dock it. I like it. Couldn't give it a 5, but it is a nice surprise, honestly.
Yeah, this might get you into English.
Yeah.
I really like
that. That's a good transition. It really is.
You know, I kind of like this one too. It's probably one of the only Lane tobaccos that I've tried that I actually like.
I'll say that too. So far, it's the first Lane that I've tried that I've been like, I can smoke this again.
Yeah, me too. Farther down, I'm starting to get that layer on there.
Yep, that's why I put my pipe down.
Yeah.
I've already gotten to that point, and I'm like, yep, I'm done.
So I'm about 3/4 down, and that's about it. You know, that's all I can take.
Yep, about down to the bottom.
Yeah,
can't finish it.
But the flavors are good. The tobacco burns well. You know, you can get this all the time. They have it all the time. So I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay,
just a nice solid 3.
So that puts us at
3.33.
The rounded up.
Repeating.
Yeah, let's round it up to 3.5. What do you think?
Yep.
All right,
that's fair.
That's to me. Let's round it up.
Yep.
Because I'm comfortable with the 3.5.
All right. So for Lane HGL, we are giving it a 3.5 shots.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty solid tobacco.
Yeah.
I could go back for more.
I could too.
Yeah. This at one time this jar was full.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We've definitely at least gone to it to try it. It hasn't offended us.
Yeah, we've gone back to it more than once.
Yeah.
So
it hasn't offended us.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else you want to say?
No, just keep the comments coming. We read them, we enjoy them, and we like getting input from them. Getting to not only make the show better based off what y'all think, but also suggestions is always great. Keep liking, keep subscribing. We love seeing the subscribers come in. We love growing the community because we're really enjoying it up to this point, honestly.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Anything you got, Nathan?
That's, I mean, there's been some side projects that we're thinking of. I want to know some of y'all's input on, things you'd like to see, things you'd like us to do, and just let us know. I mean, the community itself has given us so many opportunities to develop and grow and actually continue to put out this content. And I'm just enjoying every minute of it. And some of y'all are a lot smarter than me, so y'all have some good ideas too. So
Well, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Only some.
on that note, guys, we thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you contribute to our show, and we just want to continue to make it better for you. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
we'll see you next time, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.